So my birthday is coming up here in a few days, and my wife, she asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I told her I wanted to go muskie fishing. You know, I caught a muskie last fall in Michigan with my friend Nate, and it was just an amazing day, very hard day of fishing, but such a cool thing to catch a big fish. You know, really good thing. But I've never caught a muskie in the state of Minnesota. So I called Cody from Full Throttle Guiding here on Rainy Lake, and Cody took Brock and I fishing for sturgeon this spring, and we did just great. I had a great time, caught some huge fish, and unlike a lot of guides, Cody's not all set up on catching just walleyes. He likes to fish for big fish, trophy fish, and he'll go for different things like muskie. So I called him, figured I had the highest chance of catching a muskie with him. So we're here on Rainy Lake today, gonna be fishing for a muskie, really hoping. I know it's hard. You know, muskie, they say 10,000 casts. We're gonna mix it up. We're gonna do a bunch of trolling. We're gonna do some casting today. Just gonna hope we get some big story to tell, big muskie. And if so, we'll be showing you guys what that's like. So stay tuned. Hope we have a good day. Here we go. Cody and I talked strategy for a couple minutes and decided to head out to deeper water to try to do some trolling. He said recently all the bigger muskies have been caught out in deeper water due to the water's temp. We got to the area and started setting the lines. There's two of us in the boat, so we could have two rods in the water fishing. Got the first rod set up. I was still holding the second rod, getting it set up, when the first strike hit.
That might be, is that a fish? I don't know. Yep, he got one. Shit, that quick? Hopefully it's a muskie. Oh yeah, that's a muskie. Oh!
Here.
Not really big. Then you're gonna have to stand over here. Okay. And I got to try and net it over here. Hopefully it's a muskie, isn't it?
It looked like it. I got a look at it, but I don't think it's really big.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh.
Yeah!
Oh! Yeah! First thing in the morning!
Oh! Oh my goodness!
This is probably 47.
No way! It's like 10 minutes on! Whoa!
Holy man. That's the quickest muskie I think I've caught. What, it took us a whole 5 minutes?
Oh my goodness. After netting the big muskie, we carefully took the hooks out while it was still in the net, keeping in the water for the health of the fish. Then we got the muskie in the boat, the biggest muskie I've ever caught. So of course we wanted to get some good measurements on it. It came in to be about 46 inches long, estimated to be 35 pounds. 46. And then it was time to pose for the picture.
Okay, now, oh, hold on. Yeah, that's a good pick.
A big fish like that takes a long time to recover sometimes. So we had to hold on the tail for a bit and move it back and forth through the water. We wanted to make sure we got a good release on it, and we waited for it to swim away. After releasing, the coolest thing was that the muskie hung around the boat for a good 10 minutes, just swimming around us, and then finally swam back down to the depths. Now that we had a fish in the boat, we decided to try to change things up, and we went and got behind some islands, got out of the wind a little bit, and just spent a couple hours casting over and over these big giant lures. And after a couple of hours of casting, that's when it happened. We had a follow. A follow is when the fish, in this case a muskie, follows your lure back without striking it, but then sees the boat, gets spooked by the boat, and turns around and swims away. Even though my arm was getting pretty tired from all the casting, the follow got me energized again. We spent about another hour or so doing more casting. I got another follow, and I did catch one northern pike, but after a while my arms were getting tired. Soon became apparent the only thing we were going to catch for sure were weeds. So we decided to do some more trolling, and we set the lines up again and started driving around looking for places we thought some muskies would be. So one of the things you do when you do this kind of trolling is you watch your depth finder, and you're looking for deep water pockets where you have colder water where larger fish have been hanging out, and you're looking to find clumps of bait fish, crappies, walleyes, things that muskie are going to feed upon. After trolling for a little bit, we had another hit, but this was just a northern. It wasn't all that big. It's about 28 inches, and we were not fish for northern. It wasn't a big deal, so we just threw it right back in. You got to see the lures that you use when you're trolling for muskies. They are massive. You want big lures for big fish. And while we were trolling, we saw some beautiful country. There's not a lot of development there in Rainy Lake. It was a lot of gorgeous places. When you're fishing for something like muskie, it's really easy to get discouraged. You go a long time either casting or trolling with nothing hitting. So we went into several hours and nothing had happened. We're just sitting there. But all of a sudden, the rod bent over and we had another fish on. We couldn't tell if it was a big northern or a smaller muskie as we got close to the boat. But then we saw the flash of silver and we knew we had another muskie.
Number 2!
My second muskie of the day came in at 39 inches long.
Go check out these teeth.
With a mouthful of teeth like that, you gotta be really careful how you hold a muskie. And any kind of fish that you're planning on releasing, you don't want them out of the water very long. You gotta be kind of careful with them and get your pictures taken quickly and get them back in the water. At the end of the day, I just couldn't believe I actually caught 2 muskies in one day. One of them being pretty big, coming in at 46 inches, about 35 pounds in weight. What an amazing day of fishing. And a huge thank you to Cody from Full Throttle Guiding on Rainy Lake for taking me fishing.